Hey Mel, hope all's good. I'm going to try to get through these videos a little quicker at the moment, and then make changes, basically any changes that are needed, make those kind of outside of the video, and then just do like a further shorter one just to kind of give you an update on what I've done. Just some of these now are starting to get like 20-25 minutes long, and some clients have feedback it's just like it's difficult to watch, just haven't got the time to sit and watch it all the way through. Okay, right, let's have a look. Quite nicely done, yeah. Hips a tiny bit high. And then what I want you to think about is as the bar's going over your knee, you're going to stand up quicker. So when the bar's here, you're going to stand up quicker by bringing yourself closer to the bar rather than constantly trying to drag the bar back to you. Okay? They're one and the same, but I want you to think as it's gone over the hips, I want you to think about trying to basically push your hips into the bar, okay, trying to like ping it away from you almost. That's where we just got to be a little bit careful of the hips coming in a tiny bit too early. So this kind of, when people are like, oh, like slightly rounded in the lower back, all that is there is just, if you were trying to do a kettlebell swing from this position, you're not going to get as much oomph as if we've got shoulders pinned back and you're in that sort of anterior tilt, but moves quite well. I mean, looks close on an opener, which is good. Let's have a look at the back downs. As you can tell, I'm really not very well today. Yeah, so with these, it's kind of, you do take the slack out of the bar beautifully. So this is the most important part for you. It's as your hips are high up like that, you're pulling up here on the bar, and then as you drop the hips down, that's gonna super exaggerate how much oomph you're getting from here. So you've got to use the bar as almost like an anchor point, and you want to be pulling on it as hard as possible, because eventually the muscle tension as you drop the hips down is going to spring you back out. You'll build up more tension here than the bar will weigh, and you almost get that kind of like catapult effect. It's just yeah, it's good. I like that you almost reset, let the hips re-rise again, drop down, and go. So that one was a wee bit slower because there was almost that mini pause at the bottom of it. So just that little pause, it just makes that one a little bit slower. So it's that kind of, it's almost just like loading that spring, get the hips to drop down, and you see it really, you see it good in like people who pull on a deadlift bar. You see that real kind of bing, like, you know what I mean, like they've almost been shot out the back of it kind of thing. Right, so this was a bench single, and then we'll start making our way down. Now, in terms of go forward, because we've got pretty much 2 weeks now, I'm going to go down the route of basically getting you doing as many testing singles and building up and having quite a reduction in volume this time. I think you came into the last meet good. I think you came in quite strong. I think just at the moment, just starting to get a little tired. This peak's been quite aggressive and kind of beat you up a little bit. So now it's about, okay, basically just getting skill practice of the actual sport, the 1 rep maxes at those 7, 6s, 7, 6, 6, 7s and 8s, and just get you confident knowing that you can unrack a big single. Like, this is beautiful. I love this. Okay, so you really took on board. Oh, Bravo. Bravo. So this is awesome. Okay, so this is the difference, right, between what I saw last week and what you've done here. You've held, fucking pointing at the screen. You've held that tension through here. Okay, you can see where there's the quad flexion, and you're lowering yourself down very gently. You're holding on to as much here. Okay, so this is a strong bridged position, and that is holding on to tension. Just dropping your ass down is not, and that's awesome. That gives you a rock solid base. That's fucking awesome. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's the best single I've seen you do. Best single I've seen you do. Alright, let's have a look. Cutting it. Yeah, we are cutting it here. We might have to do some specific kind of movement pattern warm-ups before you go into the squats. Might have to do some suitcase squats to get you just being down in that bottom position. I tell you what though, Babs, it is fine. It is fine. You maintain your position nicely. I think this lower bar position suits you. Check that second one out again. Yeah, so the second one, that it's high, right? I wouldn't be coaching you if I was to go, oh, don't worry, it'll be their game day. Okay, it's high. You can go, the strength is there, and the fact that your form hasn't broke down at all, you have more than enough strength there to get out of jail. Okay, and the way you did it at the last comp, you know what I mean? You absolutely like dive bombed them, you know what I mean? You were basically sat on yourself. But what I'll do is there'll be some specific kind of warm-up stuff in there. I may have to film a video for that for you for tomorrow, because I think you'll struggle to find kind of what the warm-up kind of specific exercises are on Google. They're not one that you do use very often. Okay, walk out just a couple of steps, remember, just that 2-step, and keep the toes pinned into the floor. Okay, you can see a little bit of this going on. All right, that's not ideal for force transfer. Okay, if you look at your toes, just a little bit of movement, fucking pin that big toe into the floor. But I like that you set the hips back that little bit. You pick this. Yeah, also, yeah, much better. You pick your back angle and you maintain it throughout the movement, okay? But I like what you're doing here, okay? Is you're not, by the way, you're never whinging or you're never complaining when you send this stuff over. But you've said here, moved okay, but it's not good enough. This is not good enough, okay? I like that you've set these standards, okay? It's super, super important that you hold yourself to these standards, okay? There's nothing worse when you're like, oh, it seemed like a 6, coach, and it's like clearly a 9, you know what I mean? Or it just wasn't good enough, okay? You set higher standards than that. Yeah, so we're a shade high, and you know what this is? This is just remembering you've got to keep the knees out that little more, okay? It's just from that top position. So remember, your femur, this bone, you're trying to turn out before you squat, okay? It's really hard to do on this webcam, but again, this bone, turn out, both sides, okay? So screw your feet into the floor, keep your big toe pinned in, twist your feet into the platform, and allow those to pull you out. The knees will go forward, that's fine. It's just when the knees have gone out, that's that extra ½ inch of range for you, okay? When we're relying just on the ankles, okay, that's where it's kind of bouncing, like denying you a little early. It doesn't even look like a warm-up though. And I like it as well. You're getting a good thinking brain on. Okay, I like it. Like bar path wasn't good enough. Good, you know what I mean? It's good that you're looking back on this footage and picking out. You know what I mean? It's really important. It's a very big transition in that training kind of, well, in that training journey, is being able to look back in on yourself, set those standards, and understand that what might be the problem. I'm here to reaffirm and correct. You're here, like, again, for you to be able to recognize that. Okay, so that's just upper back falling forward. It's very rare for you. So that cue, big ribs, big ribs, show off, okay? Show off. Yeah, that's the important one for you. On that first one, again, your hips tucked back, okay, and basically because of that puts a lot of strain sort of like on the lower back and forces everything to have to come down with it, okay? So as it turns back, again, you naturally will fall with it as you go deeper and deeper, because you're going into quite a lot of flexion through there. And he's actually moved on a bit irrelevant. I've struggled more since I've moved the bar lower. You have to elaborate for me, Mel. Are you saying you're finding the squats themselves harder with that lower bar position, or the consistency with the depth? Because I think the consistency with the depth is coming through the knees not turning out so much. Like I said, if the knees turn out 2 degrees, it'll add up to an extra inch on your squat. Yeah, we'll have to put some specific warm-up stuff in there, so there's some sort of like depth perception. And pull back a tiny bit. Your hips are getting tired. Your quads are getting a little tired at the moment. Okay, they're kind of spitting you out early, which is not like you at all. So I will put together a warm-up drill for you. My intention with the programming is slowly fizzle out the volume. Try to keep as many of those top-end singles, but restrained top-end singles at 8, top-end singles at 9. I don't think you're going to get overly strong by doing loads of singles at like 9s, 9.5. This is kind of testing where we're at the moment, and then it's a case of tidying them up, and then you come out on platform on the game day and smash it. In terms of being able to get to the competition, it looks like probably not, to be honest. We opened our new gym yesterday, and there's still quite a few things that we need to do, like behind the scenes with it, construction, stuff like that the clients will never see. It's about 2 weeks, so again, we might have a good one. It's not the furthest journey in the world for me. If not, I will try to do some scouting about for someone who can help handle you on the day, or if you know anyone who's going down with you, that would be awesome. You'll have all your warm-ups, you'll have all your weights to hit and stuff kind of pre-prepared for you. It's just that actual game day management. And this is the first time your session RPEs have been really bumped up high, so we'll recover, we'll bring things back a little bit, and we'll start slowly drip feeding this stuff out. Okay, leave it with me. I'll make the corrections. I'll make a WhatsApp video once I've done the corrections for you. Okay, and we'll crack on from there. Okay, any questions, anything you want to talk about, as always, please let me know, Mel. See you in a bit.